right, cool. Anybody else want to share? Pete, go ahead, my brother.
Hey, everybody. Myself and a guy called Roy, who's on the academy, bought a house this week.
Congrats. Brilliant. You know what, can I just say something, Pete?
What?
Isn't it funny that it sounds normal in this environment, in this community, to say, oh, we bought a house this week? It's like, okay, cool. Like, that's no different from saying, I got a new phone. I went out, I ordered a nice takeaway this week. Oh, and I bought a house this week. It's like, oh, okay, you bought a house. And it just feels normal in the environment, which is incredible. So, all right, go on. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's a BRR deal, Infinity Return again. 58 grand in Doncaster. Revals 100. And then everything out at the end. So
that's brilliant. And I've seen some of Pete's deals. Pete, I've been around. I went around one of his houses a couple of weeks ago.
What an honour that was.
What's that? Oh, thanks.
What an honour that was to have you around.
Well, it was an honour for me as well, because it's just great to be able to go in people's deals and see what other people are doing. And the deal was fabulous. I know deals are good when I go in them, and I almost feel a little bit jealous. If I go into a deal and I'm like, oh man, I like this house, because normally, when I go in people's houses, investors' houses, estate agents I'm like, it's all right, but I wouldn't buy this. This might look nice, but the figures are terrible. Whereas when I go in people's houses who are educated, who are sophisticated investors, and I'm like, man, I like this house. I wish I would have bought this house. That's when I know. That's when I know that I'm in the right place. So, where is this deal then, Pete?
It's in Doncaster.
So
so it's over 3 stories. It's a bit of a dump at the moment, but it's one of them old kind of Victorian terrace types with the triangular dormer on the top. So we're gonna kit it out with laminate floors, make it look really lovely on all floors, and then white paint it and bring out the features. So it's a really big place. The rooms are like 15 foot square, massive.
Really good. Really good. And the 2 things you can't change: size and location.
Yeah, exactly.
You buy a property that's a dump, but it's a good size and it's in the right location, boom, shaka. You buy a property that's just in the wrong part of town, or it's too small, even if it's in great condition, you can't add any value to it. So that's great stuff, Pete. Who did you say you bought that with?
Roy from the academy.
So talk to me about how that was structured, that deal.
So, me and my current JV partners and Adris, Adris, Josh and Lauren, all came up on Saturday to look around a few houses and get a feel about what we're looking for on BRR and just get a bit of heads up on what we're after, because we're going to deal source together, all of us. And then I took them round that one. I'd arranged it. We sold 60,000. William H. Brown was the estate agent. Then we got there a bit earlier. We had a walk around the neighbourhood, made sure there were parks up. There's a new estate just round the corner. It's going to lift the area a bit. And then did all the figures, got the spreadsheet together, because we were looking at selling it as a partnership first. And then when I did the figures, it was 58 grand in and 100 grand reval and 30 grand, 35 grand profit. It's just ridiculous not to do it. So so then I went onto the forum and posted up I wanted a JV, and Roy rung me in 2 minutes after that. We'd done a deal by 10 minutes later. Roy's got some cash that he wants to invest and he wants the experience. So I said, look, I do these all the time, so why don't you partner? I'll show you all the way through it. We'll do it all together. We'll get all the builders together and we'll do some work there as well. You'll get the experience and the JV, and then you'll get 10 grand. We'll split the profit 10 grand each and walk away.
Mate, that's awesome. How much money are you putting in of your own money?
50 grand worth of pension.
Nice. Hey, man.
On the SAS.
I respect. I love what Pete's doing. Pete is absolutely dominating at the moment. So let's give Pete a hand. Could you just share a couple of top tips about finding deals, because you're clearly very good at it?
Yeah, the key thing is what I do when I'm hunting, and I show all of my partners this, is I go in Zoopla, put a 40-mile search from my house, and then pick off the cheapest 20, and then look at all of them and make sure. And then out of that 20, I'll probably be able to shortlist 10 of them and go around all of the estate, all of those houses, and then pick off the 2 or 3 I want a deal source and buy out of those.
So basically, it's a little bit of a numbers game. It's a little bit of a knowing what you're looking for game, a negotiation game, and also educating estate agents, right? Telling them what you want.
Yeah. And the other thing is, and my partners mentioned this, was when we were seeing the estate agent at the time, I was more friendly than they thought I was going to be. And that's the key. Is it's all about people buy off people, people sell to people.
Yeah.
It's all about being that person who's going to be the one that sticks in your mind. If you're the estate agent, oh, he was a nice guy. The guy who came around last Saturday, he didn't get that house, but this one, and he's got 50 grand, so I'll give him a ring. And that's how you get the estate agents on board.
That is so true. As someone that used to be an estate agent, I used to be an agent. If I liked somebody, an investor, I like them.
Yeah.
I don't owe them anything, but just because they've been nice to me and they seem like a nice woman or a nice man, you kind of, when you get a potential deal, you think, I'll phone them first.
Yeah.
First, because you actually want to help them out. You want to see them do well. So that's a great tip, Pete.